Hello and welcome back to our third video of Yanagi's Rooting Color X Malice. I'm Kayla and this is Søren.
Hello.
Also known as Cartoon.
Yep.
Welcome back for watching, and we're still in chapter 0. It's taking its time. But this is how the visual novels go, especially the main route which we are on. So let's get right into it. Sam?
Who is the one talking? Yanagi's sentence was immediately interrupted by the window abruptly opening.
お客さん、珍しい。
What the? This is the 5th floor. How did he get in here? Who is that?
またかよ。不法侵入で訴えるぞ。
Am I surprised? I hastily hit my color, but this seemed to be a familiar occurrence to the others, and it didn't react much. Huh?
驚かせてごめんね。
How did he get up there?
I gasped when I saw what the man who had climbed into the room was wearing. He's wearing police and SP badges. Wow. She's smarter in this story.
Yup.
Is this man part of your team? In response to my question, everyone else in the room made complicated expressions.
ねえ、お客さんなら出直そうか？そうしてくれるとありがたい。あと、いつも言っているが、来るなら扉から入ってきてくれ。だって閉まってるし、いつも入れてくれないから。とにかく、今日は帰れ。はーい。
He smiled and used the door to exit the premises instead of the window.
What is he, a cat?
Yeah.
毎度のことだけど、油断も隙もねえな。寝室鬼没すぎるだろ。本当に出て行ったんだろうな。
Well, Sasazuka left the room to check. Yanagi spoke.
あの男は、X デイ事件を捜査中の俺たちを守るという任務についている。警視庁警備部警護課の岡崎圭だ。
Huh? Covering you? The police are giving you protection while you freelance?
岡崎くんはそう言っていたけど、本当のところは、どうなんだろうね。
Who can really know when you're saying the truth?
Mm-hmm.
どういう理由で SP を俺たちにつけているのか、警察の意図は分かっていない。
I see. Headquarters Security Police Division, or SP for short, normally their job was to protect VIPs and endangered individuals. Do the police have a reason to protect them?
そういった事情があるからな。岡崎圭には、今回の件を気づかれるわけにはいかない。
Well, you just saw me.
Well, yeah.
首輪のことがバレたら、確実に面倒だ。犯人が警察にバラすなと言うからには、説明するわけにもいかないしな。
Okay. He didn't seem that sharp to me, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, sharper than you, woman. Sharper than you.
Definitely sharper.
Entering by the window was pretty suspicious. One can never be too cautious.
それで、さっきの質問の答えは？
Oh, what question? I missed it. Oh, I want to get this color off immediately. We need to investigate X-Day to do that. Since I couldn't report this to the police, it was obviously better to have assistance. Still, can I really trust this lot? Was it really the right call to collude with them, despite being a police officer? Honestly, I was hesitant. Come on, Officer Hobbs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Who else?
Could I have a little bit of time to think about it? Oh my god, she's disappointing me again.
Yeah, pretty much.
わかった。 すぐに結論を出せと言われても、状況が状況なだけに難しいだろう。知り合ったばかりの俺たちと協力する気になれないかもしれないが、俺は、お前を死なせたくない。
Yanagi, my hero.
元ではあるが、警察時代から掲げてきた信念だけは、ケースにあるからな。
There was a strong fire in Yanagi's eyes, and it drew me in. Maybe I had a good impression of him, since he was the first to help when I had been poisoned. I want to trust him, after all. Thank you. A lot has happened, so I'm really confused. But I will collect myself and think about it.
な。
つーかひとまずさ、連絡は取れるようにした方がいいよな。
I have a phone. Ah, Ryan. In case I needed to contact anybody, I exchanged phone numbers with everyone. Well then, I'll be back at night. Squinting at the rays of the morning sun, I left the detective office.
おい。
I turned around to see Sasazuka there. What is it?
お前、なんで迷った？
Well, you were really unfriendly to me when I was dying, so I guess that's the reason.
Yeah.
Huh?
考えさせろって言ってたけど、お前に俺たちを拒否る理由ってあるの？
You're suspicious.
柳さんはああ言ってたけど、お前がどんな答えを出すにせよ、お前自身が X デー事件の手がかりなのは変わらない。少なくとも俺は、簡単に逃がす気ねえから。
What's that supposed to mean?
使い道のあるバカなら利用するだけ。なんでわかんねえ。
Sasazuka's eyes narrowed in irritation, and then suddenly, he yanked my muffler hard. Hey!
黙れ。
Sasazuka was glowering at me. He stared at me with what looked to me like hatred.
Is he a vampire?
A chill ran down my spine and I froze.
命がかかってるからって、誰もがお前に同情すると思うな。
Oh.
Okay.
It was a shocking statement. Yanagi, on the other hand, had said that he didn't want to let me die. The moment of safety I felt had vanished. I realized that even for a moment I had allowed myself to think that I was in a sympathetic environment. But he's different. I could be killed at any moment. Did he really not care at all?
お前に自覚があろうとなかろうと、アドニスがお前に何らかの価値を見出してるのは事実だ。このつながりを無駄にできるかい？どんな推挙か知らねえけど、向こうも真相にたどり着けって言ってんだ。忘れたか？首輪のやつは言ったろ。お前を通して俺らのことも見てるって。俺は事件を解決するためだけに動いてる。そのためにお前の存在が必要だってんだ。絶対に逃がさねえ。
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I replied in a voice cracking with fear. Do you suspect me? I'll make a save.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I don't remember him being this hostile.
Really?
Not like this.
It was in his story.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you suspect me?
それもある。
What else is there? My apparently thoughtless question seemed to only further Sasazuka's irritation with me, and he glared even harder.
危機感が足りてねえからだよ。
I'm tired. I thought I said that already in the first episode. Huh?
柳さんはああいう人だから、いちいちお前に配慮して、お前の意志を尊重しようとする。ミネはバカだから、周りのことまで頭が回ってね。白石さんは面白がってるだけで、どう転ぼうが構わないと思ってる。だから俺が、ご親切に教えてやってんだよ。お前に 突きつけられた現実ってものをな。
He lowered his voice as he finished and then let me go. Sasazuka?
平和ボケした頭を切り替えろ。お前はもう X デー事件の渦中にいる。死にたくなかったらな。
This person, well, he's true, like, I mean,
He is seeing this on a logical point of view, also.
was he worried about me? Or was he just making fun of me again? Woman.
Not making fun.
Although he's right. Despite the harsh delivery, Sasazuka was giving me the unvarnished truth. Sasazuka desperately looked at me again and sighed in disgust.
いいか。とにかくお前の選択肢に、俺たちから逃げるってのは存在しない。黙って捜査に加わるか、俺らに見張られ、利用されるかの二択だ。その上で、どっちがマシかを考えろ。わかったな。
Under Sasazuka's ice cold glare, I finally nodded.
バカ猫。今言ったこと、忘れるな。
Leaving me with that, Sasazuka went back inside without a second glance. And I go home alone. Where's my protection? Feeling like a fugitive, I checked behind me once I reached the intersection. I saw him go back inside, so I knew he wouldn't have come after me, but still, I want to hurry up and get home. I was staring at the red light when I was suddenly tapped on the shoulder. Hello, Okazaki. I jumped in surprise and spun around.
ごめんね。さっき探偵事務所にいた子だよね。
I know these people like they were my friends.
Hello, Okazaki. Oh, hello.
The SP guy. Not knowing why he had approached me, I nodded cautiously. That's right, I had a request for them. It was a detective agency, so I thought that would be a good bluff. But his eyes went wide.
依頼できた？
Yes.
おかしいな。基本的に依頼は受けていないって聞いたんだけど。
Wait, really? Alarmed by this sudden twist, I thought back to what Yanagi said.
あの男は X デー事件を捜査中の俺たちを守るという任務についている。警視庁警備部警護課の岡崎圭だ。どういう理由で SP を俺たちにつけているのか、警察の意図は分かっていない。
I knew that Yanagi was independently pursuing the X-Day cases. In other words, this man knew the detective agency was just a front. Regretting such an obvious lie, I scrambled desperately for a cover. They made an exception for me. I had nowhere else to turn, so I backed them and they took on my job. What a terrible excuse.
But
君が土下座したの？
Well, I'm retarded. You probably believe that lie. Yes, I
Probably.
needed their help. I had no choice.
そう。それは大変だったね。
He gave me a look of pity. I'm sure I would do the same in his position. The signal changed, so I'll be off now. Goodbye. I tried to leave as quickly as possible.
あ、待って。女の子の一人歩きは危ないから、家まで
Of
送っ
course
てあげ
you
る。
want to accompany me.
ugh.
He tugged on my sleeve and smiled. This is bad. I'll be fine. It's right around the corner.
遠慮しなくてもいいよ。ほら、行こう。
He's like a cat. He's just gonna follow you home.
Okazaki took my hand and started walking. He's pushier than I expected. What should I do?
あ、自己紹介がまだだったよね。俺は岡崎圭。
I know. Of course, I didn't say that out loud.
ちょっと事情があって、あの事務所にはよく行くんだ。
I know that too. After another mental comeback, I took some time to consider my next move. I'm glad my host was concealed under my coat. If not, he would know that I was a cop. He already knows. No matter how many times I said I was fine, he wouldn't listen now we neared my home. I didn't prompt the subject, but he'd been talking about the detective agency the entire time we'd been walking.
ね、安心して。とっても優秀な人たちの集まりだから、きっと君の依頼をこなしてくれるよ。
I see. Well, they were police, so that makes sense. Does it though?
真面目で芯の強い人たちなんだ。多分、君も接していけばわかると思う。
Okazaki's gentle smile made me a little curious about why he was assigned by the police to protect the crew. Ask him.
Yeah.
It's right here. If I just picked a different apartment to lose him, he would fall and know I was lying. With that in mind, I thought I would just head directly to my place.
またね。
Bye. See you around? I wanted as little to do with him as possible, but if he was protecting Yanagi's group, I would run into him again if I went there. Wait a second, the letters from the criminals. He could have planted them, right?
No.
He works for the police, so he could have slipped in the first letter with the files. He comes in through the window, so he could have left the second letter in the office.
それじゃ、バイバイ。
Bye bye. Ah, yes, thank you very much for your help. I stared at his back as he walked away. Okazaki, he spoke as if he knew quite a bit about Yanagi's group. They are the people he's protecting, so that's perfectly natural, but... What was that?
Non-stop?
I don't know, I didn't click anything.
Skip?
What the hell?
How did that appear?
I didn't click anything. What the...
That was new.
Only a certain caliber of person like an SB. There should be many other people of this town protecting in a city this dangerous. Yet he was watching Yanagi's group. Something's definitely off. The longer I thought about it, the more I felt like I couldn't trust him. Go into your house! Do you want to die? To begin with, the first letter indicated that a criminal was in the station, or that there was a traitor in the ranks. But why me? Even more questions now filled my head.
You have a collar on.
She's one of our sympathizers, and a woman with the potential to inherit our will, so treat her with courtesy. A sympathizer. Though Yanagi's group and Okazaki were linked, I had no idea who that term applied to. You. I couldn't think of anyone who would sympathize with the perpetrators of the X-Day murder. Who put this color on me? What do they want? I don't know anything. I'm just standing in front of my home, hoping to die. Go inside.
Walking in. Yeah, exactly. It's right there. The doors are there. Oh.
When I got home, I sat down on my bed to sing instead of changing my clothes. What should I do now? My thoughts traveled a maze of twisty passages all alike.
いたのかよ。
Hello, brother.
Kazuki Fushino.
Kazuki? My brother Kazuki came into the living room. The clock read 7 a.m. It was about time for him to wake up. Morning, sorry, I didn't make breakfast.
いらない。それより、今日は家いんの？
A free or? Nope, I will rest a bit and then head into work. I'm busy this evening, so I think I'll be home late. Ugh.
あっそ。
With that, Kazuki left the room.
Was
Normally, huh?
Was his clothes dirty?
No.
Oh, just looked like it.
Normally I would say I'll make breakfast now and then force him to eat it, but honestly, I didn't have the strength now. Frankly, I had my hands full. I need to get some sleep.
And the macarons.
I wasn't in the mood to do anything, so I plopped onto my bed and closed my eyes. She sounds much older. That's how we all sound.
Yeah.
That's the best hobby we all have.
sleeping.
Yeah, but slumber didn't take me. In the end, I didn't sleep a wink. And it was time for work. Oh my god. That's all you did in your free time? Not sleep and then go back to work? Oh man.
That sounds horrible. The 6th of December.
I came to work tired, so I made a lot of careless mistakes. Mochida sent me home early, so I groggily made my way to the train station. I still have time left to burn before I'm supposed to meet Seki. Oh. I wonder if there's anyone near the pub where I can kill time.
ねえ、君。
Hello, Okazaki. Man, today was horrible. I caused a lot of trouble for Mochida too.
あれ、聞こえてない。
No, I did.
ねえ、君。
She didn't hear you, Okazaki. Today I should go to Yanagi's office and decide what I'm...
うわ
Ha! Cute.
Who?
Yeah!
やっと気づいてくれた。さっきから声かけてたんだよ。
Thanks for stalking me, bro.
Hi.
Okazaki? Sorry, I was deep in thought. We parted ways this morning. I didn't expect to run into him here again. They were serious about him being ghostly.
ね、そこの公園でちょっと話さない？
No.
It's all the stories in one.
No,
Huh?
no, Park.
Talk? I wasn't thinking quickly enough for this. We both work for the police, so I don't want to let anything slip. I'll just have to apologize and tell him.
じゃあ行こう。
What?
ダメ？
I have plans already.
ちょっとだけでもダメかな。
Just do it.
Don't
He
go
looked
to
at
the
me
park.
like an abandoned puppy dog, and my reluctance faded. No, it's fine.
よかった。それじゃ、はい。
He carefully swept up my hand, and I knew that I was trapped now. That's how my whole life is going. Oh, hello. Nice. A park.
Oh, damn
This
it.
park used to be bustling with children playing. Any person who was younger than 20 was now escorted by an adult guardian until they got home. Nobody knew when something might happen, so most people kept their children at home. No one is guarding Kazuki, though. He's 18. What?
Yeah, but he is a gangster.
That's why the park was so empty.
ここ座ろっか。
Okay. Okay. What are we going to talk about anyway? We were sitting on a bench, but Okazaki didn't seem like he was going to say anything. I just sat quietly and sadly looked at the abandoned park. I felt pressure on my shoulder and I saw...
Nap time.
Yeah, he's sleeping on my shoulder. He's sleeping? Huh? You've got to be kidding me. He's not just faking it? I watched him for a bit and he really did seem to be asleep. He just instantly fell asleep in public. Was this guy really an SP officer? Now what? I can't move. Having said that, I couldn't bring myself to wake Okazaki was sleeping so soundly. I'd heard that SP work was really tough. Maybe he doesn't get enough sleep. Just a little while then. I was sure it would wake up in a bit. Taking that I stayed still, Okazaki showed no signs of waking up at all. It's already been half an hour and it's getting really hard to hold this position. I kind of feel bad, but I'm waking him up. Okazaki? Aww. Please wake up. The sun's already going down.
But he's tired.
Okazaki?
あれ？もう朝？
At last, Okazaki sleepily opened his eyes. Now it's evening.
あ、そっか。 君と一緒だったね。
You have no care in the world, do you? Just sleeping on a random shoulder.
He's like one of those dolls when you put them down and then the eyes just close.
For some reason, Okazaki still didn't get off my shoulder. Then he gently laughed.
よかった。やっぱり君は悪い人じゃないね。
Huh?
だって、安心して眠れたから。
His tone seemed to be generally warm and friendly. I'm not sure I get it, but I think he's generally thanking me. I'm glad you were able to get some rest, Okazaki.
ありがとう。やっぱり、君って優しい子だね。
You said you had something to discuss?
話、そうそう。そういえば君、名前なんて言うの？
That's... I didn't want to associate with him if possible, so I should have given him my name. But I thought it would be more suspicious if I didn't give him my name.
今朝タケルくんが、君をバカ猫って呼んでたけど。
Wow, yeah. Huh? This morning? Back then he was there?
He's always there.
That's his job.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be strange for him to be watching the area around the office, but I didn't even notice him.
もしかして、猫って名前なの？珍しいね。
He just pretends to be so dumb. Something like that.
そっか。じゃあ、猫さんって呼べばいいのかな？
Oh.
Sure, that's...
じゃあ、これからはそう呼ぶね。猫さんって、かわいい響きだな。
Yeah, sure.
This
It's
conversation has taken a weird turn. Everything has taken a weird turn with you, character.
Oh, God.
I guess I can just consider it a nickname.
それにしても、君って嘘がつけなさそうだよね。
Oh, really?
やっぱり。
He might have realized that Cat isn't actually my name. Felt terribly lying to a fellow officer, but the criminals would be listening too. If a terror was going on, it might endanger both of us. Thinking, I gripped my hands tightly.
誰にだって隠し事はあるよ。
え？
何かを守るために必要な隠し事と、誰かを傷つける嘘は違う。俺にはわかるよ。君は嘘がつけない子。だから君の嘘は、誰かを傷つけない。
Okazaki? His direct words and confident tone sounded like he had seen through everything. I was bewildered, but strangely, my heart felt a little lighter.
俺はね、君みたいにまっすぐな子が好き。自分がそうはなれないから。
Huh? I blinked. Entranced by his gentle, smiling eyes, I felt like he was the straightforward one, not I. That made my guilt return with a vengeance. So if I were to tell a lie that hurt you, what would you do?
少し悲しくなるかな。
Okazaki's calm expression was so faint, it looked like his world would crumble. I was concerned about Okazaki's expression, but he said that he had to return to work and just left. I thought I would have to be on guard, but maybe it was just the atmosphere. He just backed off. I don't want to suspect Okazaki. And we're at the bar. I met up with Siki at the pub and gloomily took a seat.
ご注文は？
Get me the fuck out of here, waitress.
The other way out.
Oolong.
生をジョッキで2つ。
No, I don't want to drink with you. Run! Siki, I'm sorry to be a drag, but I'm not really up for drinking today.
じゃあ、生ビール1つと。
Oolong tea, please.
生ビールとウーロン茶ですね。少々お待ちください。
I sighed in relief and used a hot towel. I'm tired, but I'm meeting another group immediately after this. It wouldn't be a good idea to drink. felt guilty for not being able to drink with Seiki because he invited me here. You should leave. That's a good solution.
前から約束してたのに一人だけウーロン茶とかさ。なんだ、付き合い悪くないか？
You're only sociable when you drink, man? I don't know about that. Sorry, I pulled an all-nighter, so I'm really beat.
冗談だよ。付き合ってくれただけ感謝してるって。
But I'm not happy. You're the most suspicious of all.
Yeah, just look at that smile.
I was looking forward to the day too. It's been a while since we went drinking together.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいけどさ。まあでも、あんま無理すんなよ。悩み事溜め込むのは良くないぞ。
え？
今日も署内でお前見かけたんだけど、気もそぞろっていうか、ただの睡眠不足ってだけじゃない気がしてさ。特防なりの苦労もあるって知ってるし。何か力になれることがあったら遠慮なく言えよ。
You could help me by fucking off.
Why would you mention those people right now?
His words made me tear up. Maybe it's because I was so dejected. No character, no!
Oh, face palming.
今月金欠で金関係は力になれないかもしれない。
And that charged me right back to reality. It was so like him.
いや、ほら、警察官も人間だからさ、金欠の時もあるって。な。
Yeah,
普
sure.
通だったら男の俺がおごるとこを、毎回割り勘にしてくれてる星野には感謝してる。マジで。
No problem, bro.
Why do we go drinking?
That's not a big deal. We've split the tab for as long as I've known you. While we chatted, the server returned with our drinks.
やっぱ星野は話がわかるな。なんかさ、同じ交番勤務のやつと飲みに行ったんだけどさ。
We're gonna meet Enomoto after this, I think.
Oh?
If he's that drunk.
俺が警察官になったのは、人々の幸せと世界平和のためって言ったら、爆笑されてさ。どこがいけないんだっつうの。純粋な夢だと思うだろな。
Yeah, after all, you're keeping the peace around here, Seiki. Right.
ああ、こう見えて結構子供たちに慕われてるんだ。
I can see that you're a pretty friendly guy, Seiki.
まあな。そういや、星野が警察官目指した理由、真面目だったよな。
Serious? Not really, I just want to help people who were in need.
ああ、そうそう。昔財布を拾って交番に届けたら、すっげえ感謝されたんだっけ？
Yeah, I didn't do anything special, but I felt pretty happy knowing that I could help somebody out.
今も特防で困ってる人の悩みを聞いてるし、お前は間違いなく誰かの役に立ってるよ。
Really? I hope so.
俺が言うんだから間違いないって。まあ、全部を救うなんてのは難しいけどさ。せめて、自分の手が届く場所にいる人が悲しんでたら、助けたいよな。
Yeah, you're right. My conversation with Seiki helped me to remember my conviction. He's right. I was trapped in this situation, and I stopped looking around me. Right now, the XD killings have everyone in the police station on edge. At this very moment, somebody in this town might be targeted. The problem wasn't the color of my neck. The XD incidents were the root of it all. My duty is to persevere the peace in Shinjuku. No matter what, I have an obligation to everyone to pursue this until the end. If there was even a chance that I'd help someone who is in a situation like me, a police officer should do whatever they can. This is no time to hesitate. Thanks a lot, Siki. I'm feeling much better thanks to you. For now.
よくわからないけど、力になれたんならよかった。
Drunk.
He is drunk as a skunk.
気分も良くなってきたし、ビールおかわり。
Hey, maybe you should stop.
More.
みんなまとめて。
Boom.
Yeah.
Seki, you're drinking too much. Come on, let's go home. Seki kept throwing back beers until he ended up passed out on the table. I asked him to get up and shook his body, but I knew he wouldn't wake up in that state. Seki! Seki! Hey, wake up. Jeez, he's always doing so much, even though he can't hold his alcohol. Oh, a text? Watching Seki mutter incoherently in his stupor, I took out my phone. Hi, Yanagi. It's Yanagi. Oh no, it's already so late. It was already past 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, I head over shortly.
Anytime you can come by, it's fine. You can come after work is done. Let me know when you're heading over.
I'll be there around 11.
Got it. Let the other guys know. I'll let the other guys know.
I heard replied and closed my phone. Excuse me, may we have to check, please? So Boy can pay because he's drunk. Seki, get ready to go. I called him and pulled on his arm, but Seki wouldn't return from dreamland. Damn it, Seki! Boom. Did you fall from the chair? Pay the bill. Boom. Through some miracle he made it out of the pub, but Seki wasn't steady on his feet. I'd call you a cab once we're at the main road, just heading in there until then.
Then do it.
That's crazy. Hey, look out! Before I could grab Seki's arm, he blowed right into somebody who happened to be walking in front of him. I'm sorry, Oh, surprise. It wasn't a water. No,
You're right.
Really? Of course I was right. It's all the stories mixed in one. Drinking with the most suspicious of everyone. Both of our eyes went wide as we never expected to bump into each other here. Once he noticed drunk Seki's his wide eyes narrowed and Enomoto frowned. What should I say? I'm dumb. I already had a prior engagement today. I texted Yanagi that would come afterwards. Oh, is Enomoto in a bad mood? He's disappointed in you, character.
He's jealous.
He gave Seki a sideways glance. No. Huh? No. Seki and I don't have the kind of relationship. And yet you still ask.
相当飲んでるみたいだけど、そいつどうすんだよ。さすがに道に捨てるわけにはいかねえだろうし、タクシーでも拾ってやろうか。
Well, let me think. I'm a bit worried, so I'll probably take him home.
はぁ？遅れてお前それ、男の家に行くのか？
Question mark, question mark.
I think you've been there.
Yeah.
なんつうか、それはさすがにまずくないか？
Come with me. Huh? Bad? I've already had to take him home many times before.
何回もって、お前、彼氏じゃない男の家に行くとか、軽すぎねえ？
You make me sound like a whore.
Pretty much, yeah.
Enomoto seemed to be shocked, and he backed away from me. Enomoto.
お前、そいつに気があるんじゃねえの？
What? I told before, it's not like that between us.
向きになるとこがますます怪しいな。そもそもだ。二人っきりで飲むとか、なんか間違いあってもおかしくねえし。
What's your problem? You jealous
Just drinking
man.
tea.
Yeah. We were classmates at the police academy. Enomoto's eyes were full of doubt. What reason does he have to be looking at me like that? We had only just met recently and he had used up all the patience I had for him. Enomoto, knock it off, or I'm going to get angry.
No, なんだよ。つか、もう怒ってんじゃねえか。
What did you expect? You keep asking the same question, then you don't listen to me. We silently glared at each other.
なんだよ。声が頭に響く。
Staring, Seiki opened his eyes.
あれこの人誰
Huh? A pause at loss for an explanation. I couldn't tell Seiki the truth.
言えないような関係ってことは。わかった。お前の彼氏だ。
Boom.
はえ、違うのか
Of course you are.
そうだよ。誰がこんな女と
What? A girl like this?
あ、いや、だってよ。おしとやかそうな会見しといてよ。思ったより気が強いっつうの。
In what world am I cool and classy, please? And obviously you need to take off your iPad to see something.
Yeah.
What?
You're so fast.
ああ、もうとにかく、お前は俺のタイプじゃねえ
Well, you're not my type at all either. When I raised my voice during this tit for tat, Enomoto seemed to stiff in surprise.
そっか。お前のタイプじゃなくてよかった。
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, now he's sad.
He's super sad. Oh, friend-zoned. Friend-zoned.
Oh, that poor guy.
Oh, look at him. He's hanging his head in shame now.
Hearing the bells of shame.
Did I overdo it? But he's the one that instigated all of this nonsense. I looked over at Seiko's face had turned an unhealthy shade of green.
おい、お前、大丈夫か
Blech.
ダメかも。
Seiki, get a hold of yourself or getting a taxi right now. Yeah. In the end, Enomoto stepped in and helped me prop up the trunk of Seiki. He didn't hesitate and rushed in and graciously helped out. I really needed his help with Seiki. After that argument, this was a surprise, but I guess I don't know him that well. We got out of the taxi in front of the office and I turned to Enomoto. You really helped us out. Thank you.
いいよ、別に。
And,
俺は、お前のことを疑ってっから。
hello?
Oh, okay.
Rude? I was being sweet and you're being rude? Out of the blue, and apropos of nothing, Enomoto blindsided me.
お前が犯人と繋がってる可能性が高いってのは、間違いない事実だから。
Oh, we just drove the criminal home.
柳先輩が捜査に加えるって言うなら従うけど、変に期待すんな。
I was pretty stunned that he would just come right out and say that to my face.
Oh.
Well, I want to trust you. We're still safe.
Yeah.
I want to trust you. Whether he understood me or not, the mistrust I saw reflected in his eyes was painful. He used to be a police officer. His devotion to justice was obviously going to make it hard for him to trust someone like me. I know what you want to say, Enomoto. The situation is bound to breed mistrust, so it's natural that you would not trust me. But still, I want to trust you, and I want you to trust me. I looked straight into Enomoto's eyes and told him my true feelings. I knew that I was being childish. If I wasn't aware of everyone around me, it would come back to haunt me. Still, I couldn't lie about my true feelings. We'll be seeing each other more often, so if we can get to know each other a little, we might be able to dispel the doubts we have.
変わらない可能性もあると思うぜ。
That's also true. I'm prepared to accept that. But I would like to at least start on the path of earning your trust. It came again! I don't know what that non-stop thing is.
I don't know.
I didn't click anything. Non-stop. Non-stop earning your trust. I'll work as hard as I can until I prove that. You can all trust me. Oh, he loved it. Look at him.
Mhm.
Sad. The moment before he turned away, I thought I saw a hint of sorrow in his eyes after he made that remark. Oh, they all said.
Almost the next day.
Super. Everyone's staring at me again. Yanagi, Sasazuka, Enomoto, and I continued our conversation from this morning. Apparently, Shirashi was unavailable because he was occupied with police work. First order of business was my answer. As a police officer, I want to solve the X-Day cases as soon as possible. I also really want to remove this color, solving the X-Day cases do both, so I will do that. But given the situation at the police station, I can only do so much, especially since I have no investigation experience. All of you have been investigating the X-Day incidents for quite some time now. I may not be of much help, but would you please allow me to work with you? They considered how to deal with me. They were staring at me. As long as I was possibly tied to the perps, they did have reservation about my inclusion. Inwardly, I trembled with anticipation and anxiety.
当事者のお前が決めたことなら、俺はその意思を尊重したい。
ま、どのみちこいつから目を離すわけにはいかないしな。
近くにいれば、いざって時にも対応できるだろう。
Thanks, Enomoto. Deal with me,
Yeah.
kick.
In what way?
They all responded differently, but it seemed like they'd all accepted me into the group. I was relieved.
こいつが加わるとして、捜査体制は変えないんだろう。
まあ。お前たちには今まで通り、X デイ事件の捜査を続けてもらう。首輪の構造を調べられない時点で、やれることも限られるしな。今は、各事件の情報収集が先決だ。
Enomoto nodded, though his face showed a look of displeasure.
気になってたんだけど。
Sasazuka stared daggers, not at me, rather directed at Enomoto.
最近捜査してる。
For the slightest of moments, Enomoto stiffened up.
そんなの当然だろ。この俺を誰だと思ってんだっつうの。
Boom. Lies.
お前だから疑ってんだ。このエキセントリックバカ。俺の質問に答え
ろ。うるせえな。今は星野の役割を決めるんだろ。
I'm with Yanagi, obviously. This is Yanagi's route.
いいよ。
ごまかすんじゃねえよ。エセ眼帯野郎。
ごまかしてねえし。適当なこと言うな、サイバーワカメが。
Guys, now's not the time for fighting.
いい加減にしておけ。
My intervention was futile. No, I didn't intervene at all. Yanagi got all of them settled down with a mere sentence.
榎本、俺も、ここ最近お前が捜査に本腰を入れているようには見えなかったが、何か問題があるなら相談になる。隠さずに言ってくれ。
Yanagi was trying to calm him down, but Enomoto seemed more restless.
俺のことはもういいっすから。大丈夫だし。話進めてください。
そうか。わかった。それから星野、お前にも確認しておきたいことがある。事件を捜査するにあたって、お前の希望はあるか？
The same as you, my friend. A preference. The nature and the MO of the X-Day crimes change from month to month. None of the cases have been solved, aside from September where the suspect died, so we should look into the other months. If I choose to investigate a case that someone else was already assigned to, we would obviously end up working together. Seeing as how that is the case, I should choose my preference carefully.
バカ猫も知ってるだろうが、X デイ事件はアドニスによる組織的犯行だ。例えば、8月の実行犯がお前を拉致した事件に関わってなくても、首輪について知ってる可能性は高い。 どの月にしても犯人を捕まえて吐かせればいい。首輪を外す方法と、仕組んだ奴についてな。
I see.
9月の事件みたいに自殺されない限り、実行犯を捕まえりゃ、何かしら組織とのつながりは出てくるはずだしな。手紙にあった X デイ事件の真実っつうのも手がかりが得られるんじゃねえの。
そう簡単にいけばいいが。星野、お前にも明日から捜査に加わってもらう。事件の概要を改めて頭に入れておいてくれ。
Yes.
あとお前には、署内にいる人間から警察の情報を引き出してもらうから。
え？
お前の使い道って言えば、今のとこそれくらいしかないし。
おいおいおい、それミスってバレたらクビじゃねえか。
それはこいつの努力次第だろ。現に白石さんはうまく抜いてる。
But he's also 20 times smarter than her.
Yeah, and the profile and everything.
Oh wait, are you telling me that Shiraishi is leaking information from the police department to you?
まああの人は容量いいからな。バカ猫に期待はしねえけど。白石さんは気まぐれだし、欲しい情報が条件付きの時もある。お前がうまく使えれば手間が減る。そもそもお前に選択権なんてないだろ。黙って従え、バカ。
Wow.
Friendly environment. Sasazuka was really scary. Annoyingly, I couldn't think of a comeback to his demeaning put-down.
警察組織の人間であるお前が安易に情報を流せないのは当然だ。できる範囲でいい。内部信用できそうな奴から少しでも多く情報を集められれば、お前自身の役にも立つだろう。
I'm not assigned to investigation, so yeah.
だが、警察に事情を明かせない以上、誰彼構わずというわけにはいかない。笹塚。
At Yanagi's behest, Sasazuka turned his computer screen so that I could see.
情報を引き出すなら、まず鑑識課に行け。で、この女を呼び出せ。
Ah, Sakuragawa. There was an image of a woman on his screen, along with a brief profile. He said her name was Kotoho Sakuragawa and that she worked in forensics.
おお、桜川さんか。確かにあの人なら、やり方次第じゃ力になってくれるかもな。
いや、断られることはない。こいつにはお前に協力するよう約束を取り付けてあるから。
お前、肉で釣っただろ。
Yep.
単純なやつを釣りやすくて助かる。結構金はかかったけど。
With a knowing smile, Sasazuka gestured at my collar. Meat? Ah. Looking at her profile, her favorite food was listed as meat. So they swayed her with expensive food?
白石さんよりは人脈もあるし、少しは頼りになるだろう。
Huh? But why can't Shiraishi just go and talk to this person? He's not social.
ああ、そりゃ絶対無理だわ。桜川さん、白石さんのこと苦手だから。顔見ただけでダッシュで逃げるし。
Surprise! I see. I think I know how she felt. He's scary, but in a different way than Sasazuka is. The way he acts, the way he looks at you like you're a lab rat, he's almost incomprehensible. I get the feeling that he's kinda like the people who put this color on me. She smiled.
Yeah?
もし
What
約
the
束を
hell?
無視しようとしたら、肉を目の前でちらつかせれば、どうとでもなる。
Right.
他にも事情を隠した上で協力してくれる奴はいるかもしれないが、まずは、といったところだな。
Okay.
俺たちも捜査する上で、現場に行ったり聞き込みをするけど、事件の新情報はどうしても遅れを取っちまうから。
警察のデータベース漁ってみても、めぼしい情報は得られなかったし
な。
何？
Nothing. When Sasazuka was on the force, he used to work in the cybercrimes division. So he's probably been illegally accessing police computers. I had a feeling that was the case, but I didn't feel like voicing my suspicions.
とにかく、
It definitely did.
可能な範囲で警察内部の動きを探ってくれ。
Got
白
it.
石は興味のある事件にしか気が向かないしな。今はそれも難航しているようだが。
Suddenly, there was a knock on the door.
Speak of the devil.
Somebody is here? I made sure my color was hidden and then looked over at the door. Suddenly, Yanagi's hand covered my mouth. What? Huh? What is he? It's Okazaki, isn't it? When I looked at him in confusion, he silently shook his head. He's telling me not to talk? No shit, Sherlock Holmes. I nodded and Yanagi removed his hand.
探偵事務所さん、警察です。巡回連絡に来ました。
Hello, Okazaki.
Always
I know
that.
their voices. What should I say? At this hour? Where have I heard that voice before? Ah, Okazaki? Oh my god, I spoke. I'm retarded. Oh my god. Character, why are you like this all the time? Look at everyone is disappointed.
Everyone is ...
Everybody gave my sharp look for blurting out Okazaki's name.
今、声が聞こえましたよ。いるなら早く開けてください。
I'm sorry, I'm tired. They all heaved sighs and I hung my head. Sorry.
マジでバカ猫。
That's true. Ooh.
岡崎、客が来てるんだ。今日は帰ってくれ。
お客さん？あ、猫さんでしょう。
猫さんなんだそれ。
He's talking about me, actually. I told him about the time when Okazaki tried to talk to me.
ああ、なんだそりゃ。つっても、ごまかすためだし仕方ねえか。
Look
俺ら
how
も口裏
disappointed
合わ
he
せな
looked.
きゃだよな。
It is really disappointing.
適当に依頼受けたことにすりゃいいだろ。猫探しとか。
探偵事務所が表向きだってことは、岡崎も知ってる。適当な依頼内容じゃ、あいつは食い下がるぞ。
ちゃ、めんどくせえ。
What should I say? I'm dumb.
Pretty
別に事情を話す必要はない。本物の探偵にも、守秘義務はあるしな。
I nodded at Yanagi's explanation. Once understood, he opened the door.
やっと開けてくれた。イルスなんてひどいな。
Well, they were smart and my character were,
Dumb.
as always. Okazaki strolled in the middle of the room and smiled at me.
猫さんこんばんは。
Hi. Hello. For now, we've decided that I'll start contributing to the investigation tomorrow. If I stay here any longer, I might let something slip and cause problems. I should leave this to them and go home. Then that settles my business. Thank you for taking on my request. Pretend to be a client, and then started to leave the room.
あ、待って。
I know you want to follow me home, aren't you? Until Okazaki blocked my path, this felt familiar.
もう遅いから俺が送るよ。女の子一人じゃ危ないから。
Thanks. I knew it. But didn't you have your business to attend here?
また戻ってくるから大丈夫。ほら、行こう。
He's saying all that while smiling again.
You could smell her.
I turned around to ask the people behind me for help, but...
ここで引き止めるのは、逆に怪しいな。
Worth the sacrifice.
いくらバカ猫でも、岡崎くらい適当に流せるだろ。
今朝なんともなかったんなら大丈夫じゃね。
Bum. They're giving up because I'm not worth it.
Great.
ね、早く行こう。あんまり遅くなると、家の人が心配するだろうから。
My refusals this morning had no effect and it wouldn't work now as I expected. I left the place with Okazaki pushing my back. Nice.
Let's go through the park.
He started heading in the direction of my home without asking for directions. He's only been there once. This guy's got a pretty good memory. During my odd feeling of admiration, I realized I hadn't said a word since we left. This is awkward.
ねえ、聞いてもいい？
No. Sure. What is it? Okazaki gently broke the silence as if he sensed the tension. Although it will be problematic if he asks something I can't answer.
猫さんがあの探偵事務所に依頼を持ち込んだ時なんだけどね。
Straight to that.
土下座の他に何かした？
Kneeling?
What else? Kneeling? Question mark? How did I persuade them to take my case? Kneeling?
What the hell did he was thinking about?
考えてみたんだけど、あの人たちが土
Kneel?
下座をされただけで依頼を受けるかなって、
Alright.
ちょっと不思議だったんだ。
You see. I desperately racked my brain and said what came to my mind. The truth is, I paid them a large sum of money. I don't know whether or not they're in financial trouble. I think that sounds like a valid enough reason to take a job. But they aren't really enticed by cash. I was aware of this, so I just felt like I had to dug my own grave.
ああ、そっか。それなら受けてくれるかもね。
He's lying now too. Oh my god, now they're lying together. But Okazaki nodded, as if he understood. I was relieved that I hadn't just blown in. If I had, he would really suspect me. That said, I did find it curious that Okazaki would accept money as a legitimate reason. He didn't accept it! He draws a government salary, right? Maybe he's fallen on hard times. My thoughts had wandered off on a tangent. Glancing at the Shonyuku office buildings, I thought of the future. Starting tomorrow, I'll be working together with the others. I still didn't know anything about them. I didn't just need to learn about X-Day. I needed to learn about the group members. We'll finally be working together, so I think it would be good to get to know them better. And the perfect guy to help me with that was walking right in front of me. Okazaki?
何？
Well, I did choose the detective agency back there to take my job, but I've only met them a few times, so I don't know whether I can really trust them. Okazaki, is there anything about those people that you can tell me, anything at all to reassure me? I was posing as a client, so I didn't think this was a strange thing to ask. Mouth pounded as Okazaki looked at me.
いいよ。俺が知ってること、教えてあげる。
You're gonna tell me some bullshit, right? Oh, thank you very much.
まずは柳さんからね。あの人は、大人だと思う。
は？
他の3人と違って、一歩引いて物事を見極めてるっていうか。それに、タケルくんとミネオくんが喧嘩するたびに仲裁してるよ。こう、どっしりしてて、探偵事務所のお父さんって感じ。
Father? The image fit him to a T, and I giggled at how apropos it was. Then, what about Sasazuka?
タケルくんはね、ああ見えて優しいんだよ。
Nice? Really?
その顔は信じてないでしょ。
No, it's just Sasazuka always acts so prickly.
でも、たまにドーナツくれるよ。それやるから帰れって言われちゃうけど。
It's bribing.
But he gives him a donut, I mean...
Yeah?
That's true love? Wait, isn't that just him trying to bribe you to leave with donuts?
あと、ミネオくんは、見ての通りだよね。
An idiot?
Oh, is that all?
うん。あ、そういえば、彼のデスクに、胸キュン告白100選って本が置いてあったよ。付箋もついてた。
Heart-jerking love confessions.
きっとロマンチストなんだよね。こっそり付箋がついてたページ見ちゃったんだけど。
Well, actually, I do wanna hear it, but I guess Okage will say no. No, I think I will pass.
そう？
Ah.
あとは、白石さんか。彼はおかしな人だよね。
No, shit, Sherlock Holmes. Weird? It seems like I might finally gain some valuable intel. I looked at Okazaki with expectant eyes. When you say weird, what do you mean specifically?
実はあの人。怒ってる時でも顔は笑ってるんだよ。観察してると違いが分かって面白いかな。
I expect so much more than that. Nothing Okazaki told me had much substance to it at all. I suppose Okazaki must have observed these guys in the agency a lot to notice all these details about them. I stuck aside with glance at Okazaki. For some reason there was an eye mask in his pocket of his well-worn suit. He wore an absent-minded look and a flippant manner of speech. If it wasn't for his badge, I'd never believe that he was an SP officer.
ねえ、俺の顔に何かついてる？
There's
She's not
something
looking at
on
your
my
face.
face.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is that an SP badge? I've seen them in dramas, but I wondered if that's what they actually look like. I was just trying to make small talk, but I also wanted to know more about him, so the question slipped out. My curiosity overpowered my mental defenses. It's just like something felt off about him.
当たりだよ。正真正銘の SP バッジ。
SP Betchy.
Ah, got it.
Without
Gotcha.
even a hint of caution, he confirmed his position in the SP.
今もある任務があって、事務所周辺を張ってるんだ。
A mission?
あの男は、X デイ事件を捜査中の俺たちを守るという任務についている。
Third time we see that.
I remembered what Yanagi told me earlier.
だから、彼らのことはよく知ってるよ。知っておかないといけないからね。
I knew this was weird. Why was Okazaki protecting them when they had all quit the police force? Or was it his official mission to protect them, while his objective was elsewhere? I knew I had to tread lightly, but there were so many questions about that answers too. If he's assigned to their office, I might run into him again. Right now I wanted to know more about the people around me. It's the bottom one, I've already answered that. What are you trying to protect? Okazaki?
Is that one is blue?
What are you trying to protect? Yeah.
Oh.
The SP protects important individuals. Apparently he was protecting Yanagi's group, but I didn't know why. If that was just a pretext, then what was he really trying to protect? The question slipped out as I pondered this. Oh no, was it too direct? But the damage was done. Okazaki's smile disappeared, and he watched me silently. Nobody would smile when they've been questioned about their mission. What if he suspects me because of this?
何を守ろうとしてるのか。
Okazaki's gaze dropped, and he looked like he was asking himself the question. Even though it was a misguidedly blunt question, was it really such an unusual question for an SP officer to be asked? As I was nervously watching him, Okazaki suddenly looked up and was smiling.
特別なものだよ。
Huh?
俺が守るべきものはね、特別で、大切で、とても重くて、かけがえのないもの。
The warmth in his voice felt to me like the task he described was very dear to him. He radiated unadulterated faith, a goal he wanted to fulfill at any cost. That was what I felt from his thoughts. I know this is just what happens on TV, but SP agents protect special people like VIPs, yes? Just in time, I managed to steer the conversation back on track.
そうじゃなきゃいけない。じゃなきゃ、俺が SP でいる意味がないから。
It's that important to him. I'd assumed he took life more lightly. I started to relax while talking to him, completely following his conversational lead. I discovered that beneath his act was a more unshakable determination that I had imagined. He wants to die.
Oh.
Well, it only makes sense. As an SP officer, he risks his life for his job. As a fellow police officer, I knew that we affected the lives and deaths of other people, but I had assumed less of him. I was ashamed that I sold him short until now. I'm sorry.
どうして謝るの？
Well, I was prying into your job. I shouldn't have done that.
なんだ。気にしないで。ちょっとびっくりしただけ。誰を守ってるのか、とか、どういう仕事なのか、とか、そういうのだったら普通だけど、何を守ろうとしてるのかって、改めて聞かれると、ちょっと困るね。
You're right. I suppose that makes sense.
じゃあ、俺も聞いていい？君は、何を守ろうとしてるの？
Huh? I didn't expect to have my question turned on me, so my thoughts ground to a halt. Shinjuku, which was ruled by fear. The people living in terror. My friends, relatives, and my brother Kazuki. And, you're right, it's tough to put an answer to that question in words.
でしょ？
He felt that it was pointless to be in the SP if he wasn't protecting something important. Like him, I also became a cop because I wanted to protect something I still do. I didn't want to lose the part of me that had worked to become a police officer. I feel the same way. The things that I'm trying to protect are very important to me.
そっか。
After that, we chat about lighter things as we want. Thank you for taking me home.
またいつでも送るよ。
That would definitely be problematic. I was going to watch Okazaki leave, but I saw him watching me intently. What is it?
ねえ、君は困ったことがあって、あの探偵事務所に依頼したんだよね。
Oh, yes, that's true.
俺もね、探し物をしてるんだ。彼らなら見つけてくれるかなって思ってた。
I'm not gonna spoil his story, but I know what he's looking for. Past tense? Judging from the innocent smile on his face, whatever he's looking for seemed to be something he sincerely wanted to find. I was thrown in by his smile, which was able to warm even my heart. Did Yanagi's office help you find it?
もうすぐ見つかりそうかな。そんな予感がしてる。君に会った時から。
He has a good feeling about finding it soon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, really. Me?
じゃあまたね。おやすみなさい、猫さん。
Before I could ask him what he meant, Okazaki spun around and left. He's quite a mysterious individual. But he was someone who took his job seriously, and he had a fiery determination to protect others. I also have to do my best to protect what is precious to me too. As I reflected upon Okazaki's attitude, I was reminded of my own personal situation as a police officer. When I got home, I could hear Kazuki laughing in his room. Yep, and that's it for today.
Damn, yeah.
We got
That's
very far again, and still in chapter 0.
Yeah, we are.
This will take a long time, I have the feeling, but yeah. Thank you for watching. Unfortunately, there was not enough to read for cartoon today.
Oh, that was like 5 nights, but that's also great.
But maybe that changes soon. Who knows? Who knows?
Probably some more letters.
Yeah, on Yanagi's side.
Oh yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.
Yep. Bye bye.